The sun dipped low over the enchanted valley of Elendra, casting long golden beams through fields of shimmering petals. It was the eve of the Festival of Lumora, celebration held only once every century, when the moon and stars aligned perfectly over the Heartstone, the source of all fairy magic. In the center of the valley stood a clearing wrapped in soft vines, glowing mushrooms, and floating lanterns. Fairies from all realms had already begun arriving, wings fluttering like silken sails, each one radiating different hue of magic. The air buzzed with music, floral scents, and enchantment. At the heart of it all stood Liora, a young festival fairy with long lavender hair cascading in loose waves down her back. Her amethyst eyes sparkled with both joy and nerves. She wore a gown crafted from enchanted moon petals, layered in soft pinks and golds, and her large translucent violet wings shimmered with a northern light glow. This was the first festival she had ever led, and she wanted every detail to be perfect. She checked the floating lanterns, inspected the blossom fountains, and tapped her wand on each of the flower-shaped tables. Everything was in order. Her friends, Serin the music fairy, Calia the bloom fairy, and Nylo the starlight sprite, had done their parts beautifully. As night approached, Liora took her place on the silver-root stage beneath the massive Heartstone tree. Its glowing crystal pulsed gently with ancient light, waiting for the moment the festival's magic would feed into it. Fairies crowded around, thousands of glowing wings lighting the meadow like dream. Liora stepped forward. "Tonight," she said, her voice echoing through the enchanted clearing, "we renew the bond between our magic and the Heartstone. Let the Festival of Lumora begin." Cheers erupted. Music flared, petals danced through the air, and magic surged in colorful spirals. Fairies twirled mid-flight, releasing orbs of light that drifted toward the Heartstone. The crystal began to glow brighter, but then it flickered. A sharp breeze cut through the warm air. The Heartstone's glow dimmed and shimmered unevenly. Hush fell. Confused murmurs spread. Liora looked around, her heart sinking. From the shadows at the edge of the clearing, a small figure emerged, cloaked in tattered feathers and mist. No one recognized him. His smile was thin and wicked. "The Heartstone draws in light," he hissed, "but what happens when it's fed shadows instead?" He raised his hand, and a pulse of black mist shot toward the crystal. The Heartstone cracked. A shockwave of dark magic blasted outward. Lanterns popped. Music choked. Flowers wilted. The festival's joy vanished into silence. "Stop!" Liora cried, flying toward him, but the stranger vanished into a swirl of shadow. Panic swept through the crowd. Fairies scattered. Light orbs fell to the ground and shattered like glass. Calia rushed to Liora. "The Heartstone. What do we do?" Liora stared at the cracked crystal, fear bubbling in her chest. "We fix this. We have to." "But how? We've never seen it break." Serin appeared beside them, his lute snapped in half. "We need to relight the core." Nylo floated down, pale and serious. "If we find the 5 sacred beams, joy, trust, memory, wonder, and unity, and reignite them, the Heartstone can heal." Liora took a deep breath, then nodded. "Then let's find them." Together. The group split up, each fairy flying into a different corner of the valley. Liora flew toward the whispering glade, where the memory stone stood. As she landed, the air buzzed with fragments of forgotten voices. She touched one, her mother's lullaby echoed in her ears. Her first festival. Her promise to protect the valley. Beam of soft lavender light burst from the stone and flew toward the Heartstone in the distance. "That's one," she whispered. Elsewhere, Calia found wonder deep inside a grove of glowing pollen wisps, each shaped like creatures from children's dreams. Serin strummed what remained of his lute until the notes turned into laughter. Joy returned. Nylo traced old constellations in the sky, calling back trust. But the fifth beam, unity, wouldn't come. They gathered back under the tree, the cracked crystal still dim. "It's not enough," Serin said, despair creeping in. "We did all we could." "No," Liora said softly. "Not all." She stepped forward and raised her wand, its gem flickering weakly. "The last light must come from us, all of us." She turned to the crowd. "Our magic isn't just in orbs or spells, it's in how we come together. Tonight, we must be one." Fairies looked at each other. They hesitated, then slowly lifted into the air, hands outstretched, wings touching. Liora rose above them, tears in her eyes. For a moment, the air was still. Then it happened. A brilliant pulse of light surged upward, forged by thousands of hearts beating together. The unity beam shot into the Heartstone. The crack vanished. The crystal pulsed with renewed brilliance, flooding the valley in light and warmth. Flowers bloomed. Music resumed. The Festival of Lumora returned, brighter than ever. Liora landed gently, surrounded by her friends. The stranger was gone. The threat had passed. That night, under the healed Heartstone, Liora led the final dance. She had doubted herself, but she'd brought the festival back not with power, but with heart. And for the first time in Ilyandra's history, the Heartstone didn't just shine. It sang,